Peace. What's up, my people? Back again for another breakdown of Mad Habits Chronicles. Today, I want to get into part 3, the journey. This part, if you will, is kind of my hero's journey and, the different things I was able to get into. A lot of stories to tell, as I like to say, but let's get right into it. Chapter 8, Mad Habits Worldwide. In this chapter, I detail my journey as a DJ, from a rap music fan and listener to an active member of the movement, from listening to cassettes and CDs to working with the artists I used to bump in my Walkman, from coming up with my name and the concept around it in my bedroom to selling CDs in the street in dozens of countries, to traveling and performing in front of thousands of people. In a way, this is the genesis of More Power to Us. The idea that mad habits connect people all over the world. As of 2005, for the most part, unless my government name was required, I would introduce myself as Mad Habits or DJ Mad Habits. And I'd say connecting people is the concept. It's crazy to me because I always think back on 15-year-old Mike going to high school, bumping his Walkman, and listening to people like Redman and Wu-Tang and A Tribe Called Quest, Nas, Tupac, Biggie, The Licks, Boot Camp Click, you name it, man. I was always eager to discover new stuff. As a DJ, we call it digging in the crates. And I still remember buying my first vinyl and getting my first pair of turntables. And I could have never imagined that I'd get to meet all the people I got to meet and the places I've been blessed to go to, thanks to hip-hop music. Mad Habits was an alias, but it actually became who I was. And it went with its ups and downs. It was a crazy journey, but definitely my best friends in life, the craziest memories I have are all linked to this period of my life. Of course, it wasn't all perfect, and unfortunately I wasn't able to take it to the levels I would have imagined or loved to take it to, but that's life, right? In any case, at age 30, frustrated and kind of jaded from not having made it in the music game, I serendipitously found myself in the tech startup world. And that's what I talk about in Chapter 9, startups, funding, and crowdfunding. I actually realized at the time that my true passion was actually bringing ideas to reality. Don't get me wrong, I love music, and hip-hop I carry with me forever, and Mad Habits is a part of me, but that's not all I am. As I write in the book, I was always good at envisioning ways to bring projects to fruition and then finding solutions to generate revenue. It came from creativity and necessity, and with practice and experience, it became a skill and expertise. I always had the hustler entrepreneur mentality, and I basically already was in the startup world. I just didn't realize it. What was interesting at the time is that I really knew nothing about tech. I still remember getting my first computer in 2005, but it was only so that I could record some music. I definitely wasn't tech savvy. I was interested in social media and marketing and running my own label, as it were. I had to become a jack of all trades and learn how to do a bit of everything. But when I got into tech, I really had no clue what I was doing. I was basically approached by a French startup who needed help with their storytelling and their content creation. And this was back way before AI, so I had to do a lot of writing and then translating and transcribing, and it turns out I was the only one capable of actually speaking English and presenting the product, so I ended up becoming the voice and the face of this project. This project was a failure, unfortunately, but I learned a lot in the process. I got to integrate some accelerators and learn a lot about growth hacking, as well as funding, crowdfunding. So all in all, it was a great experience. And that's how I ended up in the Bay Area. And so that's a whole other story, and tons of ups and downs and people I got to meet. And once again, incredible successes and some brutal failures, but a lot of lessons at the end. So that's what I share in this chapter. And this gets me to chapter 10, event organizing, building a brand, and teamwork. See, I've been into event organizing for years. I used to organize some concerts, organize my first shows, our first tours, and then I started booking artists and organizing shows in my city. But once I got into tech, I sort of put all that aside and put the music aside, and I was really searching for myself, searching for my voice, playing another role, the tech marketing guy, basically. But that wasn't really me. So after spending a few years in Silicon Valley, I found out once again that I just had trouble fitting in. I was lacking balance in my life, and I missed my true love, which was music and hip-hop culture at the time. That's when the opportunity to be part of the organization of a big event came up. Except this time, I wasn't the artist. I had to adapt and become part of a team effort to help build an international brand. As I wrote, I had organized events before and participated in the organization of tours and big shows, but this was a whole other beast. This event, the Music Producer Convention, was truly an amazing experience. I'm so proud to have been part of this journey, and I got to meet and interview some of the most influential producers in the world. And this experience gave me a chance to exercise my hosting and interviewing skills. And I realized I actually enjoyed it a lot and seemed to be good at it. And that's what I talk about in chapter 11, The Future is Now. See, the evolution of technology has now made it possible for anybody to create content, even with a smartphone. The idea of more power to us had been pondering in my head for a while now. It was time to step up and turn it into a reality. Looking at the world today, I realized the future is now. AI, VR, AR, electric cars, video calls, space travel, you name it. All the things I used to see in the movies as a kid are now part of our everyday life, so there was no more time to waste. This chapter in the book is all about coming to a full circle moment. For those who've read The Alchemist, like Santiago coming back home and realizing that the treasure was buried under his house all along, that's really the moment when I was able to finally sit down and decide to tell my story. And this is how this book came up. So to wrap it up, this is 20 years of my life. Part 2 was basically the first 20 years of my life. And part 3 is all the experiences I went through in my 20s and 30s, chasing my dreams and following my intuition and just taking step by step on this road less traveled. So it hasn't been easy. I'm not where I thought I'd be at my age, but I've had so many incredible experiences. I've had the chance to meet some of the most influential people of our time in all these different fields, from music to tech, and I can't even start to explain the feeling. It's strange because at the end of the day, these are just memories. I'm just another face in the crowd. And as time goes by, since I'm not very active on social media, you probably never heard of me and how many people are out there chasing their dreams, doing some really impactful stuff, but aren't famous. And to be honest, I never wanted to be famous. I just wanted to have enough money to be able to pursue my dreams and keep on doing what I love. And so sometimes you go broke trying to chase the dream. But when you're a hustler, you know that you can always bounce back and figure it out. Now, of course, pursuing this kind of journey goes with ups and downs, and you're going to meet challenges and struggles along the way. And that's what I'll be talking about in the next part. Part 4, the struggles. Take care. See y'all in the next video. And thanks again for your time. And remember, the reason I'm sharing this is because it's not just about me. It's about us. More power to us, my people. Peace.